I'm tired and I'm fed up with this foreign stuff. They can't be called to treat you wrong. I'm tired and I'm fed up with this foreign stuff. They can't be called to treat you wrong. It's anytime you go to the market, you find me home with a foreign basket full with other salmon and all sorts of things. Mildred, what the hell you mean? And anytime I go to school, you want to fight. Look, you better catch you this guns tonight. You know I love the local fish. I love the local fish. I love the local lamb. I love the local yam. I love the local wine. I love the local wine. Oh yes. Well, you must agree. I love the pepper pot and energy. It's people like you, people in the nation, deliver it by cutting by local. Always talk about obligations. Believe me, you damn bad origin. Try to get this foreign stuff. You bloody nose, or else you got to hell out the house. You try and you bound to fail. With me, the buy local must prevail. You know I love the local dish. I love the local fish. I love the local ham. I love the local yam. I love the local wine. I love the local wine. Oh yes. Well, you must agree. I love the pepper pot and energy. Planting cassava and all this great. Order by the bags or by the braids. By local catfish, cause I love the brand. If I don't get it, I would go my morning to the night and I'll cook in a dish. Mildred, I must see me wish. I'm tired and I'm fed up with this foreign stuff. They can't be called to treat you wrong. I'm tired and I'm fed up with this foreign stuff. They can't be called to treat you wrong. It's anytime you go to the market, you find me home with a foreign basket full with other salmon and all sorts of things. Mildred, what the hell you mean? And anytime I go to school, you want to fight. Look, you better catch you this guns tonight. You know I love the local fish. I love the local fish. I love the local lamb. I love the local yam. I love the local wine. I love the local wine. Oh yes. Well, you must agree. I love the pepper pot and energy. It's people like you, people in the nation, deliver it by cutting by local. Always talk about obligations. Believe me, you damn bad origin. Try to get this foreign stuff. You bloody nose, or else you got to hell out the house. You try and you bound to fail. With me, the buy local must prevail. You know I love the local dish. I love the local fish. I love the local ham. I love the local yam. I love the local wine. I love the local wine. Oh yes. Well, you must agree. I love the pepper pot and energy. Planting cassava and all this great. Order by the bags or by the braids. By local catfish, cause I love the brand. If I don't get it, I would go my morning to the night and I'll cook in a dish. Mildred, I must see me wish. Don't make me lose my tempo or else it's a lash. I want to see me food in me calabash. You know I love the local dish. I love the local fish. I love the local lamb. I love the local yam. I love the local wine. I love the local wine. I'm tired and I'm fed up with this foreign stuff. They can't be called to treat you wrong. I'm tired and I'm fed up with this foreign stuff. They can't be called to treat you wrong. It's anytime you go to the market, you You coming home with a furry basket full with other salmon and all sorts of things. Mildred, what the hell you mean? And anytime I go to school, you want to fight? Look, you better catch this.
So, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
If you are looking to have your statutory declaration, affidavit of income, identity, damage or lost passport, lost license, tenancy agreement, agreement of settlement, power of attorney, last will and testament, and certification of documents, then you need to visit the Alistair Collins firm, located at the Killian Mall, 162 Lamaha Street in Georgetown, between Camp and Waterloo Street. Alistair Collins is a commissioner of oaths and a justice of the peace. Make certain you visit him or call for more information at 649-6410 or 685-6448 or 503-1451. And there's adequate parking available. Go down to the Alistair Collins firm and have all of your legal issues settled and brought to the fore. Alistair Collins firm. Contact them at Alistair Collins firm.
All right, we are starting off with this. Good evening to all of you, and welcome to Straight Up on 107.1 FM. We thank you so much for sharing the link. We'll just say that once. You know the routine, so to speak. And so we have important matters to discuss this evening. And I've noticed Lemon already started off with this here. I don't know who is the better dresser here at all. I just don't I don't know how to describe it. Honestly, I just don't know how to describe. Who's in the background? That is Winston Churchill in that in the background there. That's got to be Winston Churchill. And Winston Churchill, look at what is passing across as leaders these days. Look at Boris. Take a look at Boris, and take a look at I don't know. Look, good evening to all of you. Let me just say this to you. Samuel Midas, good evening. We thank you so much. But you don't have to keep repeating and typing and typing and typing and typing the same thing over and over. Please don't do that, man. Don't do that, Samuel. I'll be straight up. It's a bit annoying, you know. We got the message already. And sometimes when you do that and you become annoying, it turns people off, Samuel. From a political standpoint, I'm just saying this to you. All right, let me give your movement a big up, as they would say. Samuel Meadows is saying the People Movement for Leadership of Guyana. Okay, Samuel, we got the message. I'll give you a plug. We got the message. Take these guys off, please. Where is our operator? Where is Lemon? Take him off, right? Let me address Samuel first. Samuel, we got the message. But when you keep typing and typing and typing we're going to wonder, what's happening here, Samuel? We'll give your movement a plug. Samuel is saying the people, well, it should be the People's Movement for Leadership of Guyana. We'll give your movement a plug, Samuel. We'll give it a plug. But don't... Samuel, come on. Don't do this to us, man. I accept your apologies, but don't do this. You don't have to type it 101 times. We got the message. Then the other thing Samuel is saying, Apostle London, that is Nigel London, for president. We'll give you another plug, Samuel. Please type it 101 times, man. We give you your plug. We give you a plug now. Don't do that to us, please. Don't do that to us, please, Samuel. We know you're on every night. We know you're a good soldier. But don't do this to us. So thank you, Samuel. We appreciate that. And we appreciate you. Don't get me wrong. We appreciate you. All right? Good. Good evening to all of you. Let's hear what's happening with Lemon. Lemon, is he with us this evening? He's in the studio. Yep, there he is. Lemon, good evening. What's bothering you?
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Good, thank you. Speak up, please. Speak up. I know when you're in the studio, you have a loud mouth. Speak up, please. How are you?
I'm good. Here, just trying to work hard.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's what you do. What do you think of this picture? Look at these two chaps. What's your take on them?
Well,
can you speak up, please? Because we don't want the listeners to go to sleep. Please.
They have to learn to dress properly.
Okay. Which one is the better dresser here, you think? Look at Boris shirt, pants. I don't know what was happening there. And then the other guy's pants is like kind of like the Demerara Harbor Bridge.
Both of them are the same. They have to learn to dress properly.
Remember back in the days, break dancing?
Yes.
Look at the other one's pants. Let's start from the knee, go up. The knees go up. Break dancing. And look, the other one. I don't know. Look like a chick.
I don't know.
What's going on, though? What's happening?
My problem, I'm not seeing the MPs on the ground, and
let's start with MPs on the ground, even though I want to deal with that.
I have to talk about that.
Why aren't you seeing them on the ground? And what should be the case? Let's hear it.
Somehow I guess they're going fishing or something. I don't know what's really going on. I need to see more of them on the ground, boots on the ground.
Do you know who your MPs or MP is?
No, I never see him or her.
Who's your MP? Which area? Which area?
Region 6.
Somebody's saying that, like I usually, somebody's saying, hey, Mark, like you just tell Lemon what to say. Absolutely not. Lemon is a bright guy. Lemon, you finish school, right?
Yes, and college.
How far?
At least I didn't go to Isaac University.
Okay, fair enough. I want you guys to know Lemon is back in school. Is it your first year in college or?
Second year.
Second one. My gosh. All right. So we have another nuisance. So this person, Lemon, take care of the other nuisance, man.
Yeah, let me just throw them in the garbage right now.
Yeah, throw them in the garbage right away. Throw them in the garbage right away. Because you can tell that they're on just to annoy, and we are not going to tolerate that distraction. But what else is bothering you? You're saying that the MPs are not coming out. You're not seeing the MPs.
Well, I seen Jagdio all over the place. So.
Mm-hmm.
What about our MPs? I'm not seeing anything about them.
Well, I know you're from Region 6, and hello to all the folks in Region 6, all the villages, Evesham, Epsom, Brighton, Alnis, Philippi, Cromarty, Maida, Kilmarnock, Kildonan. Good evening to all of them. Manchester, Liverpool, Lancaster, Wim, Auckland, Bloomfield, Letterkenny. But they one of the active and very active MP for Region 6 is Dinesh Jai Prashad. He's on this program. What is it? He's on this station every Tuesday. He's very active.
Yes,
but
he's
you're
active.
not seeing the rest of MPs, right?
I'm not seeing the rest of the MPs. I'm not seeing none of them. And I want to know what's really going on. You can't wait for election to start campaigning. You have to campaign now.
Yeah. And so your criticisms are obviously, constructive. It's not like you hate them
No,
in the coalition. You're
no,
a
no.
PNC guy, right? Or
I'm a PNC.
AFC?
Yes, I'm a PNC guy.
You're
I'm a
PNC.
strong
Oh,
PNC guy. But I need to
you're
see more of them on the ground.
more of
Come on,
them on the ground.
come and talk to the people.
Yeah. So I think Coretta McDonald is Region 6 and Dineshwar Jaiprashad, Region 6. Or it could have been Nicolette Henry, but she's no longer an MP. Geeta is who is the General Secretary for the PNCR. She is Region 5. But talk to all of the MPs and tell them what needs to be done, sir. You seem to have an idea.
Well, I need to see more of them coming out in the communities and talk to the people. Let us know what's really going on, Start campaigning. Don't wait till 3 months before election and you come out there and keeping rallies and all kind of things. Start campaigning now. Come and talk to the people now. So we get a better understanding of what's going on with the oil industry and work, jobs. Let us know. Come and talk to the people.
Do you think they're listening? I'm talking about the opposition MPs. Do you think that they're listening to people when people talk to them?
Well, if they're not listening, somebody want to tell them what I said, and that's okay.
I got you. Here's your opportunity to describe the opposition, the leadership of the opposition. They now have a new leader of the opposition. How would you rate or grade Aubrey Norton?
Well, I don't want to grade him now. He seems to. I like his style. I like what he's doing. Right now I give him an 8, but
8 out of what? 8 out of 10, 8 out of 8, 8 out of 20?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
He just started, so I can't knock on him right now, and he's doing a pretty good job so far.
Fair enough. Why would you give him an 8, and why and why? What are some of the good things that he's doing?
Well, the way how he's tying up to those people in the PPP, and talk your mind, say what you have to say. Don't scared of them.
Okay, that's one.
Well, that's about it. I can't say too much more about it because he just get in there and I have to give him some time to do his work.
How much time?
Well, as I said, I give him an 8. So he just get in there and he can't do everything at once. So he be all right. He gonna be all right.
He's going to be all right. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But more needs to be done, though. Not just from his standpoint, but
boots on the ground.
The AFC, we're not seeing much. We're not hearing much about them on the ground as well. Do you think they are planning on possibly going their separate ways?
Well, that's a small party. If they want to go, let them go. That's all I could say. If they want to go, let them go.
If they go on their own, do you think that they would be able to gain a seat or two?
No. No.
Why no?
Because the people gonna still come and vote for the APNU or PNC. They won't get any seat.
Sorry?
The supporters would still vote for PNC. A lot of them.
The AFC supporters.
Yes. So they won't get any seat.
They're not going to get any seat. How would you rate Comrade Ramjatan as leader of the AFC? He's your fellow countryman from Region 6, quarantine.
Well, I guess he gone fishing. I'm not seeing him anywhere around. I don't know what he's doing. I give a fail grade F.
He's
I
gone
failed him.
fishing.
Yes.
Oh no, that's not him there. That's not him, Lemon. You give him an F?
Yeah.
Wow. Why are you so tough on Kemraj?
Well, because I'm not seeing him around. Where is Kemraj? What he's doing? Look at the rice farmers. You were there. Come on and talk to the rice farmers. Come on, talk to the people.
Lemon, I agree with you 100%. Kemraj Ramjatan is the shadow minister of agriculture. And I cannot say when was the last time I saw Kemraj Ramjatan on the ground meeting the people. Some of them, they're going to argue that, oh, they're on the ground. They meet the people. But not everything they got to put on social media. But that is not true, because everything other than meeting the people, other than going on the ground with the people, attempting to empower the people, be there with the people, we don't see that on social media. So they can't say that they're privately meeting with people. That is not politics. Privately meeting with people is not politics, right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Good. I noticed somebody here is saying that you can't expect Mr. Norton to clean up everything. What's there to clean up? It's just like when the PPP got booted out of office after 23 years. That was a real mess to clean up. And a lot of mess was cleaned up during the coalition time. Lots of mess. So I don't know what mess is there to clean up. Roxanne Watkins, good evening to you. Let's get back to Lemon. So the PPP is all over the place, promising money, doling out money, and all manner of things, but no vision, no proper policies, nothing at all. What is your take on that?
Well, they have a vision. The vision is stealing money. That's their vision. Their vision is to steal all the money, all the oil money, everything for the self, the family, and the cronies.
Friends, family, and cronies. Let me, we have some listeners, and these folks are always on the money. Tom is actually at the last minute. Tom is traveling, so Tom is unable to be on tonight, but he is going to be on Friday night. I should have apologized earlier. Mayville Schultz, thank you. Maybe you can make it an early night if it's boring. Make it an early night, Mayville, and maybe you can be on tomorrow, maybe Friday night. But we don't want to continue to bore you, Mayville, right? So, but thank you though for your observation and saying that it's a boring show tonight. Lemon, I think they're attacking you there.
Yeah. Well, I gotta leave you.
What else is on your mind before you go?
Well, I just don't want to talk too much about certain things because I don't want to upset the APNU MPs, so I can let you talk about. I will let you talk about that on the show.
Well, let me say, Lemon, you're not boring. People look forward to hearing from you. You have a lot of knowledge.
I have my own supporters, so.
Holy smoke!
So soon I'm gonna have my own talk show.
Probably will do that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joe, for your time. Head back into the studio. We got work to do.
All yes. Right? Thank you. Good night,
everybody. Don't let anybody down your spirit. The show is not boring.
No, I know that.
We all know that, right? People want to hear more of Lemon, but thank you so much, Lemon. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Yeah. Lemon there for you guys. We're going to continue with tonight's program. We haven't heard anything about this situation here. The cop and the gun and sleeping. And the guy on the left in that hot red shirt is Harry Gill. right? Harry Gill. Many years ago, do you guys know that? Do you guys know that Harry Gill sang a song condemning the PPP, calling them corrupt and racist and everything? Oh yeah, we have that song. We really do have that song. But that's not going to be played this evening. Let's go back to that little cop, that young cop. Um, that young cop. There he is. We're waiting for that report to come out as to whether he worked 20 hours, a 20-hour shift. It's just not something that should be the case at all. Let me see here what Pulmani Bihari Dinabrega is saying. She said AFC made the coalition one, but their supporters was cast aside for old retirees from us wax. I'm kind of lost. But the AFC, a coalition comprised of many other parties and people and personalities and so forth. But remember that the AFC got 12 seats. Had they gone on their own, they would not have gotten the 12 seats. And in my opinion, Paul Money, good evening, a lot of headaches came from AFC guys, Charan Das, and then you had Dr. Ramaya. He pulled out because he didn't get to become Minister of Agriculture. And then he was arguing over some vehicle. He wanted a vehicle and driver and all these manner of things, right? So the AFC is somewhat problematic in the coalition. They have some good guys and good folks in the coalition, in the APNU, AFC that is, don't get me wrong. But a lot of them are headaches, It seems as though a lot of them were basically in there to see what they can get, a position, a job, a little MP position, $250,000 a month, duty-free concessions, and all manner of perks, right? So let's don't go that route to think that the AFC got a set of angels, They don't. And people can say the same for some of them in APNU, PNC too, right? But that's not the subject here, though. But thanks for your contribution there, Pull money, trying to pull money. Right. Keith Michael Austin, good evening to you. Keith Michael Austin is saying here, it was reported that the young policeman was charged. Well, Mr. Keith Michael Austin, I spoke with the Commissioner of Police, the acting Commissioner of Police, 2 days ago, and he said that that is not the case at all. That the young cop, wasn't charged. That's according to the acting Commissioner of Police, Hicken. He wasn't charged. And so we'd like to go with what the acting top cop said, that the cop wasn't charged. All right? Let's see what somebody's saying here. And then this is what we're giving you guys an opportunity to voice your opinions on opposition MPs. And let me see some of the opposition MPs that you guys see often on the ground, not on social media, often on the ground. Let's see what Charlene is saying here. Charlene is saying, Jagde told Edgel publicly today to sit down. He's being disruptive. It's an embarrassment for Charlene. Well, is that, I know that you are political junkie, so to speak, Charlene, and I say junkie in a good sense, in a good term, that you wouldn't be lying at all, right? If that's the case, you can't be surprised. Jack Dare feels he owns all of those guys, right? All of those guys. Debbie Pitt, hi Debbie. Debbie's saying that Papa Jagabat, well, should be Mama Jagabat, has them all on a string. MK Blair, good evening to you. This is y'all night, because y'all night, right? Y'all night. Let me see what one of Aubrey's supporters is saying here. Man, John, no photograph, no nothing. Mark, you see You see the boy breaking in Granger house. Mark, you see the boy breaking in Granger house. It is where his foundation is at. A couple of thieves went in there and they took away some computers and basically that's it. But thank you so much though, Man John, right? I see Rhonda Lane is saying it is the truth. I am not sure, but I suspect that she's probably referring to the AFC. Okay, Rhonda is talking about it is true, about what Jack Dave said to that guy, sit down. It's good for him, right? Edgel, who claims to be a bishop. Bonita is saying, Mark, it's true. He told him to sit down because he's being disruptive. What else do you guys expect? Do you think they appreciate, do you think they respect Edgel? Oh, Edgel is a flatfoot hustler. Those guys are not real bishops, real men of God or pastors. They're not real flatfoot hustlers, flatfoot political hustlers. That's what he is. That's what they are, flatfoot hustlers. They don't care about anything else. And so once they can go in there and hustle, that's exactly what they will do. Matthew Dennison is saying that he's spelling bishop short, B-I-S-H. O-P, right? We got you, Matthew. We got you. All right. So I'm looking at your comments, guys, because Tom is going to be on Friday. And that's why at the last minute, he is probably on a flight right now from somewhere to somewhere else. And so at the last minute, here I am all alone with you guys, right? So some folks are saying yes, that Sherrod Duncan actually played it on his show in the Bell, his show in the Bell. So yes, you guys heard that on Sherrod Duncan's show. And I had no reason not to believe our listener when she did say that it happened. Let me see what Aliyah is saying here now. Mark, somewhere in Guyana's constitution is very clear on the people being represented through their representatives. Okay, Aliyah sounds bright. It's a shame that we are still waiting on representation. Aliyah sounds very bright. The people in the opposition are lacking representation, true representation. It doesn't mean that they are not some MPs who are out there. They're working. They have a few MPs who are working. I will at some point in time, maybe by the end of this week or next week, I'll be calling out all the MPs, the few MPs who are working, and the few of them who are working, I will point them out. And the bulk of them who are lazy, who don't do anything, just sit back. They're getting their $250,000 Guyana dollars per month, and all these different things. But we'll talk about them and whether they like it or not. So thank you guys. I got the message that yes, that is what he said. And so what do you guys expect? Do you expect him to Jagdir to praise and hug up and kiss up Edgel? You don't like Edgel. Edgel knows that. He's just a flatfoot hustler. All of them are hustlers. Some are flatfoot hustlers and some are big-time hustlers. Jagdir is a big-time hustler. Edgel, who calls himself a bishop, he's a flatfoot hustler. Flatfoot hustler, just like this guy who is looking at Aubrey Norton like that. That guy there, Peter Rapsru, he's a flatfoot hustler too. He's in the same category of a bishop, Edgel. Flatfoot hustler. That's what they are. flatfoot hustler. All right, so don't get carried away with them. But here is it. Ali is in the UK. I got to call Judge Shishi. You guys should know Judge Shishi, right? Yeah, Judge Shishi. Good night to Judge Shishi. Judge Shishi, they're in the UK. But yet Ali is all over the UK, and not one person with a placard to remind this guy about the things that are happening back in Guyana. Not a single placard in the UK. None whatsoever. So Ali just made a nice clean sweep with his propaganda. Here is what he said. Ali wants UK investors to take advantage of business opportunities in Guyana. But this is the same Ali that is discriminating against mainly persons of African descent. And they are our Indian brothers and sisters who are also being discriminated, don't get me wrong. But the bulk of discrimination being targeted against persons of African descent. And so Ali wants now to talk this propaganda talk about investors and business opportunities in Guyana for foreigners, for the investors. And the only thing that the Guyanese can do, mainly persons of African descent, is sell dog food, clean trenches, and so forth. And now there's something new that they're up to. The something new is that they're parading around Guyana, not creating jobs or anything, but they're promising jobs. And the jobs that they're promising are basically just regular jobs, not full-time jobs. So Jack Dale is now in Region 5, and he promised them, he visited, and he promised them 1,000. I don't know how these guys, where they pluck these sort of, these numbers from. In region, where was it? In Linden or Region 10, how many hundreds of jobs they promised the people? Then in Region 6, I believe 800. Now in Region 5, 1,000. So they go to these places, they go into these regions, playing bingo, political bingo with the people. Pluck out numbers. 1,000 in Linden or Region 10, 800. They're not full-time jobs, part-time jobs. Part-time jobs. So they're part-time workers. They don't know what they're doing. But what sort of jobs they will be doing. But what Jack Dale they do, they are going to say to private business owners to hire 5 persons for your new business. And then that person is going to have to give a voucher to Jack Dale. Jack Dale is going to write a check to those businesses. It's a form of corruption. There's no real jobs. None whatsoever. Do not be fooled by Jack Dale and his cohorts. It's political gimmicks. Because the more they continue with this, guess what? Don't be surprised that they say, well, forget about the elections petition. Let's go to the polls by mid next year. Who knows? Who knows, right? Good. I noticed two persons. Someone is correcting me that I should be saying in the ring and not in the bell. I know Sharon's show. It's in the ring and not in the bell. Because the bell is in the ring. Thank you so much, Novella. I appreciate it. So, Mr. Caesar, Wayne Caesar, is asking me a question that I'm unable to answer. I can't answer. I don't know where Ganesh is. Ganesh is not seen publicly as he used to before. The fire and the energy in Ganesh Mahipal. I don't know where he is. For all you know, he probably fell asleep and somebody waking him up right now to say, look, right? The guys don't have the energy anymore. They just don't have the energy. I don't know what's the turn off. I don't know what's happening internally. Honestly, I don't know, right? So I can't answer that question, Mr. Wayne Caesar. I honestly can't answer that question. And you guys know that there's some questions that I can answer. There's some questions that I prefer not to answer. And so this is one of the questions that I prefer not to answer. All right? But at some point in time, Ganesh is going to resurrect from wherever he is. Ganesh is an MP for Region 3. Ganesh, move around Region 3. Let us see some photograph. Let us hear what's happening in the region. Please, Ganesh, come on and let's talk. The people miss you, Ganesh. It's been months. Occasionally they see you sitting down at a press conference and not saying much. The people miss you, Ganesh. That's all I can say about Ganesh. You know, Ganesh is a nice guy and everything, but like he either ran out of steam or he's been muzzled. I don't know. Are some of the MPs muzzled? I don't know. I can't say. So I'm sorry, Wayne Caesar. I'm sorry I can't answer that question. Thank you, though. It's a good question. Where is Ganesh Mahipal? What, he gonna jump on some show tomorrow? He might call me and abuse me before the night is up. He's a good guy, though. He's a good guy. But something has happened somewhere along the way. All right, I noticed you guys, 50,000 jobs. Yeah, they can't come up with 50,000 jobs. There's no 50,000 jobs. There's no 50,000 jobs. Mayville, I thought you went to bed, man. Suddenly no longer boring. We're glad you're still with us, Miss Schultz. No, we never fired Ganesh. Ganesh came here. We offer all of them a platform. People want a different platform, and they, I offer them platform. We here at 107.1 FM, we give them an opportunity to come and create have your own show, not to be talk show hosts and so forth, but to come and talk about issues in your region. Just like Dinesh Jaiprashad, Honorable MP, he does that every week. And I salute Dinesh, even though I do believe that Dinesh needs to be more on the ground in Region 6. But you know what that MP does? Every single week, he comes and he talks, for the most part, things happening in his region. Someone sent me a message. Well, he visited the missing fisherman's family from Alverston Village and the quarantine, Kalicharan Mohabir. He visited the younger brother, Chico Mohabir. And today someone sent me a message. I don't know where the person is originally from, but the person sent a message today, and I'll read the message. But I just wasn't able to get back in touch with the person. Sorry about that. I need to read the message for you guys. About MPs that ought to be working. Some MPs aren't working. In fact, maybe a lot of them aren't working. Let me try to. Anyways, someone messaged me earlier thanking for the program last evening and said that Dinesh Jaiprashad, Member of Parliament, visited her today. And she was very, very thankful for that. So, no, Ms. Schultz, we didn't fire Ganesh. Ganesh is still a friend of 107.1 FM. We offer all of them an opportunity right here, free of cost. We don't charge them anything. They don't give us anything. We never ask them for anything. But we here at 107.1 FM, we believe that they should be given that platform right here, because when you look at what the PPP does, they control all 99% of the TV and radio stations in Guyana. with their propaganda. And so we offer the coalition an opportunity. We offer them an opportunity. Some take it. That's why I give kudos to Dinesh Jai Prashad, MP Dinesh Jai Prashad. He knows how to do his thing. We offer the chairman of Region 10 an opportunity, a free hour right here. Come and do your thing. We are broadcast via the radio on the ground in Guyana. You know, not just Facebook talk, but on the ground. Because come elections time, reaching the people on the ground it's important. Not just Facebook. Voters, thousands of voters are on the ground. The chairman of Region 10 said, you can't do these sort of things, you know. You can't do, you know, when the PPP, when they were in the opposition, through their radio called Freedom Radio, every day, morning, noon, and night, they're right there, whether they can speak or not, whether they ever did radio or TV or not, they are there every single day. But these guys in the opposition, they got to think about it. They don't know yet. And oh, man, holy smoke. Sometimes I don't know what to say. I just feel like just put on my pajamas and go to bed at 9 o'clock. Just put on the pajamas, go to bed at 9 o'clock. Maybe I should do that from tomorrow night. You know, do that from tomorrow night. Do my show in bed in my pajamas. That's all. Maybe I should do that. You know? Hey, speaking of giving time, we even give the leader of the opposition Wednesday night. We said to Mr. Aubrey Norton, I will be off the air on Wednesday night. You take my hour with a built-in audience. You take my hour. Every Wednesday, come and talk to the people. Report to the people. Have a panel. You guys take the hour. So I'm just giving you guys a rundown. You know, we're not selfish here on 107.1 FM. We don't hate anybody. We don't. Of course, we're objective. We lash out whenever necessary. Whenever necessary, we do that. But they have politicians in Guyana, when you constructively criticize them, they think that you don't like them, you don't this, you don't, and then they get some of their supporters who get their heads in the sand. They think like that as well too. And we give everybody an opportunity, you know. But for some reason, some of them prefer 107.1 FM to die a natural death. And if they can help in that process, if they can help to speed up that process, some of them in the opposition are like that. I want to call some of their names who actually said that they are going to ensure that 107.1 FM dies. Wow. A station that's basically put all out during elections, after elections, when a lot of them were afraid to speak out. Most of them were afraid to speak. They didn't want to speak at all. To hear that they will ensure that 107.1 FM dies. Imagine the same guys in the opposition. You will expect that from these PPP cronies. But them, you think some of them in the opposition easy? You think some of them in the opposition easy? They're not easy. So much I can say. It's not an easy road, my friends. It's not an easy road. It's a struggle. And sometimes when you think that you have to spend the energy, use your energy to fight your political opponents, most of the times you have to fight the enemies, or you have to fight those within who see you as an enemy, because you have a different perspective, a different view of things. And so they are faster. They will quickly crush you, or attempt to crush you, or demonize you, or come after you with full force, more than they will go after the real political enemy. You don't see them going after the PPP so viciously. as they will go after someone within their own square or someone who supports them. And that's where the energy is draining. Much more can be said, right? But I prefer not to, at least for now. But the road is not an easy road, my friends. It's not an easy road at all. It's not easy. Some of them are turning a lot of people away, lots of people away. That has to change. That mindset has to change. The PPP, their back is against the wall. They cannot win in elections. But also those who are in the opposition can't expect to win an election if they are so divided, if they keep cutting each other down, being suspicious of each other. Some of the people who are fighting can't even, this vindictive fight, don't even vote, don't even have an ID card to vote back home, haven't voted in probably donkey years and all these different things. It's not an easy road, my friends. It's not an easy road. But I can't let everything out of the bag. You got to give them an opportunity to correct themselves. One person doesn't know it all. And you see what is happening publicly. The fighting, the battling. Something they know it all. Everything for them, and it's somebody's PPP, this body's PPP, and it's BS. It is BS. You can't build a strong opposition like that. You can't win an elections with that sort of mentality. Because when you behave like that, you're no different than the PPP. Somebody spoke earlier about psychiatric evaluation with a young lady that was caught with cocaine. Might as well have psychological or psychiatric evaluation for everybody who get caught. Every drug mule. Psychiatric evaluation for them. Everybody. Just put them through that process. You can't pick and choose. You just can't pick and choose. Put all of the drug mules, all of those who have been jailed for drugs right now, especially those females at New Amsterdam prison. Their lawyers should be fighting for them so that they can have what is called psychiatric evaluation too. You can't do it for one. If you do it for one, then do it for all. So now psychiatric evaluation, that report, the magistrate said that he's waiting on that report before he sentenced the individual. But here's what, mark this here. Others get 3 and 4 years. I can put my hands in my pocket right now, and pull out $1 and bet you guys that she's not going to spend 3 or 4 years in jail. Watch it. Watch out for some sort of probation, some sort of home confinement and treatment and so forth and so on. Watch out for that. She is not going to jail. If she goes to jail, I will sit here and host this show probably without shirt on. She's not going to jail. Read between the lines. She is not going to jail. Hear it. When the magistrate said that he postponed today's sentencing hearing until he gets a report, the psychiatric report. The psychiatric report is going to say that she was under medication. She was taking medication and all manner of different things. And from what I heard, that may very well be the case, off and on. I don't know. So I don't want to give my mouth liberty, though. But the fact that the magistrate said to go and come back, read between the lines with that go and come back. I've been through the entire court system there with those magistrates, so I know them. Go and come back. She's not going to jail. And while, even if, let us say, the magistrate sentences her to 1 year or even 6 months in prison, I'll be surprised. I want you guys to come right back here by Friday time or whenever she has to report. Read between the lines, guys. You don't have to have glasses to see that. It's right there. It is plain. She's not going to jail. And even if the magistrate, like I've said, sentenced her to 6 months in prison, guess what is waiting there? Right away, an appeal will be filed. A judge in the High Court will hear that appeal, and in less than 2 hours, she will be out on bail, pending an appeal. And that appeal can go on for years while she is free. Meanwhile, New Amsterdam prisons got lots and lots of young ladies who try a thing. They try a thing. Shouldn't they be given the same treatment? Shouldn't they be allowed some sort of psychiatric evaluation too? But I guess, I don't know. Guyana, right? Beautiful, beautiful Guyana. Beautiful Guyana. I don't know. What else you guys want us to talk about? We just got like about, what is it? About 3 minutes remaining with you guys. 3 minutes. What else you guys want me to talk about? What else? Debbie Pitt is saying, Jan Adams, please. It's been a beautiful night, right? Here it is, you talking one Guyana? One Guyana? What one Guyana? One Guyana from these Looney Tunes who are in office? No. What one Guyana? A divided Guyana. Or once upon a time Guyana. Beautiful Guyana. These folks in office are destroying, they're dividing because of corruption. Massive, massive corruption. Let's see what Caroline Richards is saying. Van West Charles need to go to hell and leave Norton alone. He had his time. Oh, wow. Everyone has a purpose. Can't just kick somebody to the curb just like that. You can't do that. Van West's vote is an important vote. In elections, free and fair elections, one vote makes a difference. One vote makes that difference. And what the opposition wants right now is all the votes. Whatever differences there are between the leader of the opposition and Dr. Richard Van West Charles should be ironed out privately. But obviously in politics, if you send a private letter to someone, then it is leaked. Maybe intentionally, I don't know, but letters are leaked. The two of them need to meet, sit down, iron out their differences, and just move on. If Van West Charles wants to move on with his business, move on with his business. We can't be saying who must go to hell and who mustn't. I understand the emotion, so don't get me wrong, Caroline. I'm not saying you're wrong for that, but don't get me wrong. But sometimes these sort of harsh statements, you know what they do? They turn people off. They turn people off from voting or getting close. They turn people off. Just like one guy, a good friend of Aubrey Norton, His name is Egerton David, telling me last time, but shut up. You know, they think that you can win an election like that. You can be strong like that by telling people shut up and telling people go to hell and all. Okay, we can't do that. We can't do that, guys. Look, Kenny saying, oh my gosh, look this guy face. He said, Mark, you know all about prison system, how it works. Well, a lot of the PPP guys should know about that as well, right? A lot of them. Lots of them. You don't think some of them in the PPP know about the prison system? Well, I'm glad that I know about the prison system and not about thieving millions and millions of dollars and all these manner of things, fraud and all these things, fake degrees. No, no, no. So Kenny Ramdayal or Ramdial, glad that you're on, but you deserve something for the night. And you guys know what we'll give Ramdial, right? Here we go.
Yeah, you already know what I want. Let me go. Give me Palori, I want Palori. Yeah. Give me Palori, I want Palori. Yeah. Give me Palori, I want Palori. Yeah. Give me Palori, I want Palori. Wrong Palori, tiny Palori, fat Palori, born Palori, any Palori I eat. Same Palori, gal, you gotta make 'em good. Run it up and fry 'em. Gal, you gotta make 'em good. Put some sour pan 'em. Gal, you gotta make 'em good. You know I really want 'em. Even if it's for a gal, give me, let me eat 'em. Give me Palori, I want Palori. Yeah. Give me Palori, I want Palori. Yeah. Give me Palori, I want Palori. Yeah. Give me Palori, I want Palori.
These guys come with it, you know. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll see him under the bird, right? Because the bird will be a replacement for the cathedral. The bird will be, mark my word, the bird will be a replacement for the cathedral. That's what's going to happen. Wasted money, millions of dollars on that. Look at this here. Irfan Ali and Jack D are telling people that shrimps is the way forward. Go on Hal Sain, right? Hal Sain. I remember this like 30-something years ago. 30-something years ago. Hal Sain. Terry Weeks, how are you doing? One of my favorite DJs. He's based out in the UK. And, you know, 5 hours ahead, man, and I respect and I salute folks like Terry Weeks and others in the UK who are up this late, right? It's like, what time? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning in the UK. And folks are out there listening to this show. Terry Weeks is on every single night almost listening to this show, even though they're 5 hours ahead in the UK. Thank you so much, Terry, for listening. And you guys can tune in. Terry plays his music every day almost, or on weekends. Remember his name, Terry Weeks, DJ Terry. Go on his page and join his live show. Thank you so much, Terry. And so, you know, this is what they're saying to the people in Region 6. Go out, Hal Sain. Once you Hal Sain, you're going to make money. They don't even know what they're saying. I got a message here that tomorrow, the police, Paul Slow and the Police Service Commission versus AG is before the full court tomorrow afternoon from 3 p.m. before the Justices Priya Sunarayan Bihari and Fidela Corbin Lincoln. So I think a decision is going to be handed down tomorrow. I'm not sure, but at 3 p.m. we should be bringing that live right here on 107.1 FM. All right, so this is what they want you guys to do. Hal Sain and catch shrimps, right, Lynette? Hal Sain and catch shrimps. But they're supporters. I know a lot of PPP supporters, right? A lot of PPP supporters are not buying into this, you know. How much do you think these guys can catch? They won't even catch enough to send to Barbados. Barbados barely get a couple people. But this is what they do. They go into these areas and they fool these people. They brainwash these people. Some of them, mind you, because a lot of PPP supporters, they wake up. They get good sense now. They wake up. But the sad thing is, though, the opposition MPs are not on the ground. They need to be on the ground in order to get votes. Bring those PPP people over. Don't just sit down and fighting within your tent, and you get the strategy, you know the strategy, you always know all and these things. Don't do that. Get out, win friends, right? It's time to win friends. Anyways, Lemon is signaling to me that my time is up here on 107.1 FM. I notice in England, look at this photograph. Clive Lloyd. Sir Clive Lloyd, the best, one of the best, or probably the best captain of the West Indies team. I remember growing up listening to cricket on radio. They hardly had TV then. The only person that had probably, I recall, that had TV in the village was J.R. Crawford, his father. We were all little boys, and J.R. was, I never forget what they did to us one night. We were all standing in front of J.R.'s house, his father's house, his parents' house, and we were watching from the road in his house a Chinese movie. And as soon as the fighting started and kicking up start, I think it was either JR or the little one, Ryan Crawford, they pulled the curtain. Them guys weren't easy, They pulled the curtain on us. And I never forget that, right? So JR, I got that on my mind still. So look at this here. I grew up listening to Clive Lloyd. Somebody needs to reach out to Clive Lloyd to let Clive Lloyd know what is happening in Guyana, and that these guys are not to be trusted. Look, Valerie Amos is there too. That these guys are not to be trusted. Look at Peter. Look at Peter. Look at sellout Peter. Which reminds me of when I was a little guy, when Nani used to, when something missing, they used to put some ring on a thread and say, Bison Peter, Bison Paul. Well, this is Bison and Peter. Irfan Ali's Bison, Peter. Bison, Peter. Jack Davis, Paul. Bison, Peter, Bison, Paul. Right? But back to Clive Lloyd here, man. Back to Clive Lloyd. Sir Clive Lloyd. I don't know. I hope, somebody send Clive Lloyd some tape. Let him know. Let him see that Guyana is divided. Let Valerie Amos know that Guyana is divided. Divided. By the way, Irfan needs to fix his belt. Right? It's divided. Oh, come on, opposition. Come on, opposition. Come on, please. Come on, opposition. Come on. Gosh. Bison Peter, Bison Paul. Right? J.R. Crawford. It's my friend from very, very long time. Well, his brother Ryan and I were more friends. JR and I, but we were okay. But Ryan and I were the friends. Remember our days hanging out in Queens and roaming all over Liberty Avenue. All right, so let me see. I'm looking at some of your comments because we've got to go. But Kirk, in the UK, not a single protest. I got a call because the person who has the ears of the people on the ground there in the United Kingdom, I gotta give Judge Shishi a call. Judge Shishi's all over London, all over, but not a placard Judge Shishi. I gotta give Judge Shishi a call. Not a placard. Not a placard, Judge Shishi. I'm looking at your comment. What else can we talk about before I go? Because I really need to go, right? Yeah. But before I do, let me say to these opposition MPs, I don't hate you guys. I want you guys to do what is best, because people all over are complaining that most of you guys are not on the ground. They can't see you. They don't know who you are. Y'all don't represent the people. Most of those MPs. So go on out there and represent your constituency. Don't sit on Facebook and feel that is politics, that is all. Go into the communities early in the mornings, ring the bell, take the rings in the community. Do your program maybe in Buxton one night. Do your program maybe on the quarantine one night. News with these MPs in different regions to talk. We want to know what's going on in Bartica. We want to know how the people are feeling in Bartica, how they're feeling on the quarantine. Well, we get that from Dinesh Jai Prashad and J.R. Poliocortin Crawford, right? We get that from those guys. And J.R. seemed to be doing more work than the opposition MPs, who are being paid. But yet they cuss J.R. now and then, they cuss him. And he cuss them back, and they get vexed. If they cuss somebody, they deserve to be cussed back, right? But J.R. doing more work than a lot of the MPs who are being paid to do the work. We want to see what is happening. I got to go, man. Got to go and eat some polari. But before I go, I got to say a happy birthday to one of her. I don't see her. Lemon, do you see her? Brenda Casey. Brenda Casey. It's her birth anniversary today. And we got to say a happy birthday. We got to say a happy birthday to Brenda Casey. Got to say a happy birthday to Brenda. We got to. Happy birthday to you, Brenda. God's richest blessings, Brenda Casey, that is. And if any one of you on this live right now, you're celebrating your birth anniversary, happy birthday to you as well. God's richest blessings. Have a great rest of the evening. Tomorrow evening, should have a good show. Sharma Solomon and Lincoln Lewis are going to be here. Sharma Solomon and Lincoln Lewis. And then on Friday, we will have Thomas Anderson. Tom Anderson will be with us on Friday. I want you guys to listen to this. Listen to this carefully. And good evening to all of the MPs, the opposition MPs, all of them. Good evening. Good evening to all of you. The hardworking ones, good evening. Let me see here. Angie, how are you doing tonight? Angie saying, bring Pastor Sugrim. I like Pastor Sugrim. He's a counselor out there, a PNCR counselor in Corriverton, and they give that man hell, the PPP, but he stands up to them, and he's always right. So I will have him on, maybe not tomorrow, but I will have him on for you guys. Pastor Sunil Sugrim. All right? So I've got to go now. God bless you. And remember, the house-to-house registration is ongoing, right? They have about a month more. The opposition needs to focus on getting their support base registered. Focus on that. Get your people on the ground to go out. Don't just say you're doing it. Go out there on the ground. Get a massive campaign to have your people register in the communities and all these manner of things. Stop the fighting, man. Stop this public nonsense. Stop it. Leave that for me. I don't do much of it, but when I do it, it's to wake you guys up to go out and work. All right? To go out and work. Talk to you guys later. God bless you.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame. What a travesty. It calls for us to think and think deep. The stage we are in as a country is not a stage where you become an onlooker. You have become an onlooker for too long. You must get ready to put your hands to the plow and be part of the process. It's not just about PVC, carry PVC. You must be in the kitchen where it is being determined. You must be there where the decisions are being made. If we are there in our numbers, they cannot outnumber us. But you leave it aloof. Oh, no, it's too dirty. It's a dirty game. And then the dirty guy is getting to the game of play. And you are there not showing up. And when they begin to make the decisions, you will know whether it's a dirty game or not. The result is always dirty on yours. Dirty on your health. Dirty on your business. Dirty on your success and your career. I hope that is stirring up something in you.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Well, the gas raise up and the grocery raise up. I think the government should do something about that. Because people taping and raise up top dog, you don't know. That's all what I have to say. They should really do something about that.
Right about now, I'm living in Guyana right about now. I aim in Guyana no more. I think I go and yeah, me visa, and I go fly out, and I go to Burmese, and I go relax myself, because I aim in Guyana no more. I aim in Guyana. I gotta go Burmese. I fly now go Burmese. Things cheap there.
Pressure boss pipe. Pressure boss pipe, boy. Umaninja, Guyana de underwater. Oh, the wrong. Sorry. Umaninja, Guyana de under pressure. What? Bangamere is $400 a pound. Trout $400 a pound. Oh, you go buy that will sell back by. I just come and tell about this and buy me little fish and mix with me little crab and sell. Thing that just raise, thing just double the price, just double. Oh, partner. What you could do now? You don't squeeze out the juice for the Guyanese people. The beer hawks left, what you could do with the orange? We can't eat the fucking hawks that we can eat. Pressure bus pipe, partner, pressure bus pipe. When you put up a fucking 20,000 this week, next week you put up a 10,000, other week you put up a fucking 15,000 end of the month, you gotta still buy around 20,000, but somebody will pay the bill.
Making the short video for send to you and the viewers and listeners. I'll know we punishing in Guyana. Punishing. Rice gone up, sugar gone up, flour gone up, cost of living just gone up, gas gone up from 3,400 to 3,800. Real hungry days under this installed PPP government. Real hungry days we gone back to. Guyanese, oh, real hungry days, real hungry days.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington law firm located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
I'm tired and I'm fed up with this foreign stuff. Making up the calls to treat you rough. I'm tired and I'm fed up with this foreign stuff. Making up the calls to treat you rough. It's anytime you go to the market, you find me home with a foreign basket full with another salmon and all sorts of things. Mildred, what the hell you mean? And anytime I go to school, you want to fight. Look, you better catch this guns tonight. You know I love the local fish. I love the local fish. I love the local lamb. I love the local yam. I love the local wine. I love the local wine. Oh yes. Well, you must agree. I love the pepper pot and energy. It's people like you, crippling the nation, deliver it to my cotton by local. Always talking about obligations. Believe me, to the damn bad origin, better get this foreign stuff. You got it out, or else you got to hell out the house. You try and you bound to fail. With me, the buy local must prevail. You know I love the local dish. I love the local fish. I love the local ham. I love the local yam. I love the local wine. I love the local wine. Oh yes. Well, you must agree. I love the pepper pot and energy. Planted cassava and all this great. Order by the bag or by the crates. By local catfish, cause I love the pan. If I don't get it, I won't come according to the night. And I'll cook in a dish. Mildred, I must see me wish. Don't make me lose my tempo or else it's a lash. I want to see me food in me calabash. You know I love the local dish. I love the local fish. I love the local ham. I love the local yam. I love the